It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by James. The opening jump is won by Denver. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Harris guarded by McCollum. The shot by Conley, no good. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To McCollum. Fires the three, and C.J. McCollum, zero hesitation, knocks down the three.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Conley, deep right corner. To James. Conley. Lets it fly from long range. And Mike Conley, at his size, gets it away quickly and knocks it down from beyond the arc.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
McCollum to Rose. To McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. To the basket's McCollum, but his shot won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. James. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Portland has the ball to Rose. Probing the defense. Rose to McCollum. Portland down to 4 to shoot. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Baseline drive. The screen sets him up for two.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Across the timeline comes James. Down 2. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. It's Portland ball. Rose. Going to launch beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Nothing going here on that drive. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
LeBron with it up top. 5-point game. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Rose to McCollum. Missed a wide open look. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Across the timeline, it's Conley. They're down 3. LeBron James, defended by Trevor Ariza. Curling inside, Pascal Siakam. Tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Rose to McCollum. Rose, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
New blood coming in for both sides. LeBron against the former Hoya. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
James. McCollum into the front court. Up 5. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
McCollum. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Conley into the front court. Down 5. To James.
Screen.
Conley. To James. LeBron James. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Thomas. Bobby Portis sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
James, guarded by Green. Baseline drive. And count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
McCollum. Not that time. Bizarre shot right there. Shot's no good. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete with the Blazers in front. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Denver's got it. Brunson to James. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. James to Brunson. To James. Beyond the arc for three. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Short jumper off the mark. James into the front court. 2-point advantage to Brunson. James. And Portland comes up with the rebound.
Lock up. Here you go. Get down. Half court. Here comes.
To Marcus Morris.
Hey, double screen.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To James. Brunson goes to the right side. To James. From long range. Not that time. He misses. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Gary Harris has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Portland's got it to Marcus Morris.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Surveys the floor to Rose. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Derrick Rose. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. LeBron matched up with Trevor Ariza.
Screen come on his left.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Evan Turner at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Trailblazers with the basketball. Rose. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Free throws coming up.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. McCollum with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
James picked up by Ariza. Nothing going here on that drive. James, LeBron James, now 4 for 9.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And CJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
James. To Brunson. James. Message received. Well defended. To McCollum.
Here we go. Here we go.
Screen coming.
ISO. What's that screen?
Rose. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. To James. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Trailblazers take over. McCollum to Rose. Here comes the screen. And his canter above the rim. Now whistle. Timeout for Denver. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Mike Malone will change up his lineup. James, guarded by Ariza. Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go. Denver ball right now. To James. Here comes the screen. James. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. C.J. McCollum with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 0, Zeke.
James. To Conley. Denver with 4 to shoot. It's James. Not easy.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Isaiah Thomas. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. LBJ with it. Off the mark. Thomas with the basketball. 5-point game. McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. That's it for the first half. The Nuggets with the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Nuggets have themselves a narrow lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets. Trailblazers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers.
team track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high, even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
The chosen one has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Portland has the ball. Rose to McCollum. Here comes the screen. McCollum. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
You've got to get that one to go.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, he had it. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rose into the front court. The deficit is 6. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
It's Portland ball. Rose. Pass there, taken away by Denver. To James. DeAndre Ayton. To Conley. Here's a chance from long range. Yeah, Mike Conley. No one in his zip code takes advantage for 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
And it's Cantor. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
To James. DeAndre Ayton. To James. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws the defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Pascal Siakam to McCollum. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Nuggets have the possession. Conley. Here comes the screen. To Conley. Over to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound comes to Cantor. Rose into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To McCollum. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
James. Lays it up and in.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To McCollum. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Bobby Portis. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Rose. Scores from the post.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Rose into the front court. Down 5. Pascal Siakam turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Conley. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. For 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Rose into the front court. Down 6. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Short jumper off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
It's no good. Great defense. Rose into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this 3rd quarter. Pascal Siakam works it up top. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Portland's got it. Rose. Shot by Turner won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Rose into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. Hits the second. One more coming. takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Long heave from three-quarters court. That ends the third quarter. The Nuggets in front. It's the Nuggets with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Thomas across the timeline. His guys trail by 10. The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Conley. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Conley into the front court. Up 6. Mike Conley. With that, he's 5 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Probing the defense. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. McCollum. To Thomas. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Runner's good there.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Buries it.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Trailblazers take over. Thomas to Cantor. To McCollum.
Coming left.
The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley picked up by Ariza. For 3. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Can't connect. Nuggets have the possession. Screen coming. Conley. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. McCollum. Bobby Portis pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
LeBron guarded by McCollum. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley. Denver with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
McCollum to Rose. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. LBJ. To Conley. Pascal Siakam to McCollum. Portland has 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Rebound for Ayton.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Conley guarded by Derrick Rose. To James. Gets a look. Can't hit. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Pascal Siakam to Kanter. And it's Kanter above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. LeBron James with the rock. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Pascal Siakam to McCollum. Portland down to 4 to shoot. C.J. McCollum had made his first couple, but he misses there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's the Nuggets who come away victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Nuggets added a win with today's solid victory. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets. The Trailblazers didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Assists.
The Denver Nuggets showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
LeBron James put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It's NBA action on EA. Opening tip controlled by the Golden State Warriors.
Everybody pick up, D up.
George Hill to Whiteside. Hill to Butler.
Switch that.
He had all day. And all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient, they used almost the entire shot clock, and at the end, they got a wide open look.
To Holiday. And that's rebounded by Golden State. Golden State at the controls. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. To Holiday. Westbrook. Down low, Nurkic. Nurkic rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Butler to Nowitzki. Whiteside to Butler. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Butler. Rebound gathered by Holiday. Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Yusuf Nurkic swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Oh, Jusuf Nurkic, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Butler. And it's Nurkic there for the board. Holiday in possession. Leads 3. To Westbrook. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Butler to bring it up. 5-point game. Hield, picked up by Westbrook. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Buddy Hield.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Final Fours. Jusuf Nurkic at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. 1 free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. Steve Kerr gonna call a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Butler to Hill.
Right.
5 seconds to shoot. Has a look. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Nikola Mirotic trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Off the mark on his free throw. Hill across the timeline. They find themselves down 10. That's rebounded by Chicago. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. To Nurkic. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Jimmy Butler, he's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Work it down to Nurkic. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Warriors have the basketball. Butler to Crawford. Surveys the floor. Crawford. Westbrook into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Covington. Fires the three. Buries it. On the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Butler to Crawford. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To George Hill. Crawford to Hill. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
New blood coming in for both sides. Down low to Monroe. Good look that time, but off the mark. Into the front court comes Collison. His guys holding the big lead. Drew Holiday missed his first. That one goes.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Warriors basketball. To Crawford. Scores from the post.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Can't connect. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Crawford. Lets it fly from long range, and Miritich the rebound. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It has been all Bulls. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Collison head of the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Down low to Okafor. Short jumper won't fall. Buddy Hield. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Collison. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Gets it in the left corner. Buddy Hield. Here's Nowitzki down low. The shot denied by Okafor.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
A big finish at the rim.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Possession lies with Golden State. Buddy Hield. The drive, right to the basket. Knocked loose. Dirk Nowitzki. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Here comes the screen. Hassan Whiteside. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Buddy Hield to Whiteside. And look out.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Randolph. Collison. Here comes the screen. Won't go. Trying to cash in. A shot by Hield, no good. To Collison. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Hassan Whiteside. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Collison. Over to the right side. Going to launch beyond the arc. Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Butler to George Hill. Nowitzki. Rebound taken in by Chicago. Into the front court comes Collison. He'll run the offense. To Randolph. Jimmy Butler sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Buddy Hield to Nowitzki. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Collison to Randolph. Hassan Whiteside.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Fred Hoiberg making some changes to his lineup. Holiday. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. Robert Covington able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Hill. Can't connect.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
And count the basket inside.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Bulls have it. Westbrook to Holiday. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Jimmy Butler, 3 for 6 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Westbrook. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Deep left corner. Count the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Chicago basketball. Westbrook. It's rebounded by Whiteside. Hill into the front court. Down 12. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Westbrook across the timeline. It's an 11-point game. Down low, Nurkic. It goes down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
It's Golden State basketball. Here comes the screen. Hill driving, but his shot won't go. Holiday controls the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. To Westbrook. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Butler against the former MVP. George Hill, now 3 for 9.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Has a chance? Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bulls were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls. The Warriors have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
The Chicago Bulls are showing us great team basketball here today. A combination of great ball movement and unselfish play is generating positive results. Russell Westbrook is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Russ at the controls to Holiday.
Right. Hey, kick me the ball.
Westbrook to Holiday. Hassan Whiteside pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Hill into the front court. His guys down big. Butler. And he buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Westbrook. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense.
Uh-oh, you know you can't go out me out here.
Butler to Nowitzki. Robert Covington.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Butler to Hill. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Offensive ball and a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Westbrook to Nurkic. Westbrook for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. The follow won't go either.
I got him.
Buddy Hield to Butler. Can't miss those. To Westbrook. Deep right corner. Holiday to Westbrook. Work it down to Nurkic.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
George Hill to Nowitzki. Butler defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Beyond the arc for 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Holiday in possession. His team on top by 13. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Buddy Hield to George Hill. Hassan Whiteside. He's now 4 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Westbrook to Holiday. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Hill to Nowitzki. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Westbrook to Holiday. Has a look. Shot by Holiday, no good. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Warriors have the basketball. George Hill to Butler. Hill to Crawford. 5 to shoot for Golden State. To Hill. Trying to cash in. Hill shot, no good. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Holiday. It's a big finish.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Hill across the timeline. Trailing by 15. To Monroe. Jamal Crawford. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. Holiday to Westbrook.
Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
To Holiday. 5 to shoot for the Bulls. Holiday with a shot that won't fall. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Butler to Crawford. Fires the three. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. To Holiday. Hill into the front court. Down by 15. Screen coming. Crawford, down low to Monroe. Yusuf Nurkic with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Drew Holiday trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the period. Nice cushion for the Bulls. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Chicago with the possession. Holiday.
I got ball, I got ball. Pick up, match up, match up.
No good. To Crawford.
Swing coming right.
To Whiteside. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Cut it.
Holiday. To Westbrook.
Keep him. Trap.
Baseline drive, and he buries it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Jefferson, defended by Joe Johnson. To Crawford. Has a chance. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Westbrook. Has a look. Just off the mark. The jumper's off the mark. Jason Terry against Westbrook. Here comes the screen. To Whiteside. The pass set it all up.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Westbrook. Down low, Nurkic. Nurkic rocking the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Here comes the screen. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Joe Johnson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Golden State at the controls.
Lock up.
Hield, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Nowitzki to Hield. Robert Covington rejects it. Warriors get it back. 4-3. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Richard Jefferson. Changes coming from both sides right now. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Holiday to Westbrook.
Here we go. Double team. Double team.
No, I missed a short one there. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Butler. George Hill over to the right side. To George Hill. And Jimmy Butler. And the rebound taken by Nurkic. Westbrook with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nurkic to Holiday. Hassan Whiteside with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Butler to Hield. To Butler. From long range. Rebounded by Mirotic. Westbrook to Holiday. Here comes the screen.
Double screen.
Westbrook. That is great vision to set it up. Robert Covington with the strong finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. The past is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Bulls with the basketball. Westbrook. Work it down to Nurkic. Probing the defense. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Hill. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
To Nurkic. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Nowitzki to Hill. Jimmy Butler for two. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Bulls with it. Bulls come away with it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Hield. Nowitzki to Hield. They go down low to Dirk. Dirk. Nowitzki. He's now 4 for 6.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Westbrook. Deep left corner. Covington. Chicago with 4 to shoot to Holiday. 19-footer at the buzzer. The Bulls shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
is Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls were simply amazing in this contest. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Warriors are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Golden State Warriors were simply unable to avoid being soft on defense when the ball went inside the paint. Why they couldn't rotate properly, I don't know. They simply got outworked in this matchup.
Their interior defense struggled most
in the first 2 quarters.
Player of the game.
easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.